Hi, so I'm on a roll tonight. This is the second one this evening. So this is for my seated class. So I did a seated class today. Some people find it difficult and it can be a little bit awkward for them to stand up and down in the class, but you need to do it. You need to do it if you can. So this is this is my cat's chair that is almost decimated. So we're going to do a single stand. So the feet will be on the floor first of all, and then we're going to do some standing work. So from the seated position, you need to be able to do this movement to get up and down out of a chair. So practice it, and you want to be able to do those 10 quite easily. So we start with the hands on the legs. We take a deep breath in, we slightly lean forward to bring the weight into the feet, and we push up into the legs, squeezing the bottom. Okay, so really opening out through the front here, so we get those hip flexors nice and open. Then we lower with control. You can put the hands behind you to just check where the seat is there, because we don't want any accidents, do we? Okay, and then we'll come back up again. We take a breath in, exhale as we push down, and we come all the way up. Hello, Catherine. Hiya, nice to see you. So this is for people who find it difficult to sit to stand. So again, try to lengthen through your hip flexors, because quite often what happens is people stand up, but they're not really fully lengthened. So they've got this little tuck here, which means they're leaning forward. I want you to really fully open out and really get those hip flexors working. So that's going to make it a little bit easier. And again, control it. If you can, count down for 4, 3, 2, 1, and put your weight down on the floor. Lovely. Who've got Mary? Hiya. Ken, hiya, and Paula, nice to see you. So this is for seated, people who know I normally work with seated, but I do try and encourage them to do standing work as well. So one of the things you need to do is sit to stand. It's a basic sort of function, you need to get up. So again, leaning forward, press down into those feet, push your body away from the floor. Imagine it's a sack of spuds you've got to push away, and then we come down if you can with control. If you can't, then you do what you can. Okay, so I've done 3 of those. Now if you want to make this more difficult, what you can do is put the hands across the chest so that you've no longer got that push here. So again, take a deep breath in, push down into the feet and stand up tall, really lengthen through those legs, and again control as you come down. Make sure no one's taking your seat away, and come back down. Make sure you know where it is. Take a deep breath in again and exhale, push into the floor, stand up as tall as we can. So you're really lengthening through your quadricep muscles at the front of the thigh. And again, you can put the hands down. This is not school. You don't have to do what you're told. You do what you know is right for you. We'll do one more again. Okay, we lean forward and we press down into those feet. We stand up. It's a functional movement that you need to do. And then again, bring those hands down. Now, if you're feeling really cocky, you can put your hands by your head to make it more difficult. Of course, if you have high blood pressure, you don't want the hands too high for too long, because that means the heart's pumping uphill effectively. So take a deep breath in, exhale. If you want to try this and you have no contraindications, bring your body up and then bring the hands back down if you want to check where your seat is, and come down slowly with control so that you don't just flump into a chair. And again, if you're feeling cocky and your chair is against a wall, for instance, so you know it's not going to move back, we can come back down and you can sort of allow yourself to seat back and come back down again. But I would always advise checking it with your hands. But as you go up, push up, really feel that lengthening through the quadriceps and through these hip flexors, which can become tight as we come back down again. So if you are spending a lot of time seated, what happens is that these muscles become tight here, the hip flexors, and the back of the knee becomes tight. So that actually when you stand up, quite a lot of times people have got a bend here and a bend there because they are not used to lengthening. So we're going to do some lengthening work as well. It's only 15 minutes. If you've got 15 minutes in your day, that's great. I'm going to turn the chair sideways so you can see. I want you to lengthen up through the body, lift and open that chest like you've got medals on your chest. So none of this sort of little looking around like this. So the more open your body is at the front, the better it is. We're going to take a deep breath in, feet are flat on the floor. And again, you can hold on to the chair. You can just put a finger there if you want to, or you can do it without. It doesn't matter, whatever suits you. But from there, take a deep breath in and we just bring the knee up and we put the knee down. And we bring the knee up and we put the knee down. Now, if you're sort of new to an exercise like this, you don't want to do loads of things. What you want to do is just maybe 6 to 8 of them. So I'm just going to do 6. Push that heel right down so you get some length at the back of the hamstring, at the back of the leg. Pick the leg up and push the leg down. And again, I don't know what I'm holding my hand like this for. I feel very strange. Okay, and then keep the shoulders back and down. The chest is still open. We're going to take the leg forward and bring it back. We're going to take the leg forward and bring it back. So we're building up balance and stability on this leg. And if you're a member of my group and you're accessing my YouTube channel, there's a sort of a series of exercises that you can do if you have some neurological conditions. So they will help you to regain your, or help you to improve or sustain what balance you've got. Okay, standing up nice and tall again. Okay, inhale. And you need to, if you do Pilates with me, you will be pulling your pelvic floor up and in. If you're a girl, you'll be concentrating on your back passage. If you're a guy, you'll be concentrating on your front passage, because we're all very different, aren't we? Shoulders back and down. Okay, keep the toes to the front, and we take the leg out to the side, and we come back in. Take a breath in, and when you're resisting gravity, exhale, and then control it on the way back in. And again, exhale, and control. And again, exhale and control. So that engagement through your pelvic floor is only sort of a little 30%. It's not too much. We'll do one more. So already that's a lot of work on this leg. So we start moving those legs around just to ease them off. And I'm going to swap the positioning. We've got one more, going back to that in a moment. We're going to hold on to the chair this way if you want to. Again, whole of the hands, fingers or no hands, just in case you need it. And what we're going to do is raise up on the toes and come back. Raise up on the toes and then come back. Raise straight up. So we're getting right into those calf muscles, really stretching up, and hold it at the top there for a second before you come down, so that you are controlling what your body is doing. Hold it for a second, come back down. We'll just do 2 more, and then I'm going to change. Okay, so I know that people say, oh, I can't squat and things like this, but if you go to the toilet, you're going to squat. You're going to do the sit to stand, aren't you? So do you want to not be able to do that? I certainly don't. So hands down there if you need to, and you're just going to take your bottom behind you as if you're going to the toilet, really, and then bring your bottom forward, lengthen up. So I don't know if you can see underneath here. So the back side is going backwards, backwards, backwards. The feet are on the floor. The abdominals are in to protect the back, and then come back up. So we're not doing anything too drastic. Coming down, relax those shoulders, and then standing up nice and tall. And of course, if you feel fit and well and you feel that you can do really quite a low squat, then that's fine. But just get some movement going, get some confidence in your body. That's all I'm suggesting. Okay, we've got one more. And of course, just be aware, you know, if you've got any issues, please talk to me. I'm very approachable. Okay, well done. Okay, that's great. Okay, now we're going to change to the other side. So I don't want to do too much on one side and then too much on the other. I hope you can see, because the chair's maybe not going to be as close as it is. So remember, if we started off with being tall through the body, lengthening, abdominals in, and we're just picking up, I'm going to go away from the chair, picking up that knee. Actually, I'll put the hand on the chair, and that will encourage people to do that. So just get used to standing. You're strengthening this leg because you're balancing it, and you're strengthening this leg because you're moving it. So it's a win-win situation. So we're just going to do 6 to 8. It's not going to be a lot. It's 15 minutes of your day. 15 minutes of your day. Take a deep breath in. Keep that chest down. Shoulder blades sliding down the back of you. And we take the leg forward and lower it down. We take the leg forward and we lower it down. Take a breath in. Exhale and control. And again, lift up and control. And again, just 2 more. Well, it depends what your objective is. Sometimes when you're lifting against gravity, you'll want to be exhaling. Sometimes if your objective is to control the descent, you will be exhaling there. So one size is, you know, it depends what the primary objective is. So the legs are facing the front now, and we're going to lean. And what we're going to try not to do is this business. So otherwise you just swap this length to this length. But what we want to do is get those hips working, lift up. So if the hips start to work, that means that you can actually be more balanced because your glutes are working well. Well done. Okay, we've got one more. Okay, lovely. Okay, and then we'll go back to here again, and we'll start with raising up and down, raising up and down. And again, you can do a few with the chair. This is not set in stone. Then you can go to your fingers if you want to, and down. And then you can try maybe a few with no hands on the chair. But if you're going to do anything like this, you want to make sure that you are safe. So if you're a bit tottery on your feet, try and do that with someone with you. Or one of the things you can do is a corner unit of a kitchen. So the corner unit may be here and here, and you can put your elbows against both of them so that you've got some support there either side of your body and yourself is in the corner. So that's entirely up to you. Okay, but be safe when you're doing things. Take a deep breath in, the bottom goes behind, and then push up into those feet again. So it's a bit like a version of the sit to stand. Abdominals are in, push into those feet, stand up as tall as we can. We've just got 4 more. And push into those feet, coming back up. And again, you can take the hands away if you want to. You can just hold them here, hold them wherever you want to. It doesn't matter. But you don't want to be holding them if you're going to totter over. So please don't do this if you know you're at risk and there's no one to save you. Okay, and one more, please. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to swap back over the chair to the other side. We're on the home run now. And because I said the whole body is sort of cramped in this front area and it's sort of lengthened at the back area, when we stand, what we need to do is work this back area and lengthen the front area. So we can start off with a simple version of just taking that leg behind you. You can keep it on the floor and back down again. Taking that leg behind you, and you can feel that stretch all the way through the quadricep muscle and the hip flexor here. Try to keep the back of the knees straight as well, because you're going to get that sort of lengthening through there. Well done, everybody. And if you want to make that a little bit more encouraging, we can bring the arm up and then come back down. So you're lengthening through the whole of the body, but you've still got a little bit of balance. Try and get that elbow straight as you can. We'll just do 2 more of those. And come back in, and 1 more, and lovely, and come back in. And I'm just going to move the chair around so that you can see on the other side, and then that's it. We're just going to stay up nice and tall, then stand up tall, get your balance first, don't rush into anything, and then just see what you can do, because one side may be better than the other. Come back down again, take that leg back, and then bring it forward again. So we're looking for length through the hip, remember, and length through the back of the knee. Okay, and now if you want to, you can stretch the arm up. So if raising the hand above the head is an issue for you, you can always raise the arm forward instead, so that the hand is not above the heart. So all these things are, absolutely fine, because you're working to maintain your health, and well done you for doing that. Okay, but again, be safe when you're doing this. We'll just do 1 more. Lovely, excellent. Okay, so now you can take a seat, you can have that cup of tea, and we'll just do a couple of little stretches here. So from there, there's a stretch that you can do for your quadricep, but not if it causes you any problem. We'll just sit on 1 buttock on the chair, take 1 leg behind you, and then try and straighten out that leg as much as you can, and bend it, and straighten it, and bend it, and straighten it, and bend it. And now hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Bring that leg in. And we'll do the other side as well. So I'm sliding my buttocks over. So I've got 1 buttock on the chair, 1 buttock off. Take that leg behind you. And again, you can sort of have a lean over here if you can, but try and sit up straight rather than leaning like this, because that's not good to anybody. Straighten that back leg and bend it. And again, straighten that back leg and bend it. We're going to do 2 more. Straighten that back leg and bend it. 1 more and hold. 1 more and hold. Wonderful. Now there is an alternative you can do. from this position. You can take the legs out to the side. That's if you've got the room. Take the leg out to the side. So you want to push this leg away and just keep those toes facing the front and just stretching through, Okay, and just taking a couple of deep breaths in. Lovely. Well done. Who else have we got coming in? Hello, Steph. Nice to see you there as well. And change the legs over to the other side. So we can stretch this, and then I've got my final one, which is for the hamstring at the back of the leg. There's all sorts of stretches you can do, but I'm just trying to keep this for 15-20 minutes. Leg on the floor, leg straight out, stretch this way. And of course, if it gives you pain in your hips, don't do it. You're big girls and boys. Take responsibility for your health. If you know you've got something that's not good, and then come back in again. And then the final ones are to extend the leg forward, take a deep breath in, lift your body up, don't curl forward, and just keeping a flat back, reach forward. Now I've got my toes up because I'm getting my calf in as well, but you can bring the toes down if you want to. I prefer to do this with the calf up, and you just go as low as you want to. You don't have to get your head on the toes. You just need to feel the stretch from the hip to the ankle and just allow yourself to breathe. Don't hold your breath with any of this, particularly if you have high blood pressure. We're coming back up again and we're changing over to the other side. You push out through the heel, you lengthen the body up, and we're just kind of folding like that, not like this. So straight back, reach forward, because the angle is from the back to from the head to the hip, and the other angle is from the hip to the heel. So we want to sort of lengthen that hamstring, which can become tight. Abdominals are in as always. And then take a deep breath in and bring your body up. And thank you for just joining me on that. So that's a little sort of standing set of exercises for people who normally do seated, because sometimes I'm aware that when I say sit to stand, sometimes half the class can do it and the other half are like this. And if that's what you can do, that's fine, because one day, who knows, you might be able to go a little bit further, but you need to get used to drawing your abdominals in when you're going forward, otherwise everything's on your joints. Okay, have a really good evening. Thank you very much, everybody, and thank you for joining in and supporting always. Thank you.